Can swimming kill fleas and ticks? Have you ever wondered if your dog jumps into a pool, river, or the sea? Could that simple splash actually kill fleas and ticks hiding in their fur? Before you take your furry friend for a swim, thinking it's the easiest flea treatment ever, wait. The truth about water and parasites is not what most dog owners believe. But before we dive deep into this surprising science, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell icon, because here we uncover the hidden truths every dog parent must know. Let's begin. It's a warm summer day. Your dog jumps into the water, splashing, wagging, enjoying every second. You smile, thinking, finally, some relief from those itchy fleas and blood-sucking ticks. But here's the shocking truth. Fleas and ticks are tougher than you think. These tiny parasites have evolved to survive in some of the harshest conditions. And yes, that includes water. Let's start with fleas. A flea's body is covered with a hard, waterproof shell, almost like armor. This exoskeleton helps them repel water for several minutes, even hours, depending on the temperature. If your dog takes a quick swim in a pool or lake, most fleas will simply cling tightly to the fur or skin, using their strong claws and hydrophobic outer layer. They might get disoriented for a few seconds, but once your dog dries off, those fleas are right back to jumping, biting, and feasting on blood. In fact, research shows that a flea can survive underwater for up to 24 hours if it finds an air pocket in the fur or on the dog's skin. So unless your dog is underwater for an entire day, which obviously can't happen, swimming alone won't kill fleas. Now let's talk about ticks. Ticks are even sneakier. They attach their mouth parts deep into your dog's skin, locking themselves in like tiny vampires. Once attached, ticks can withstand rain, baths, and even short swims. Ticks can survive underwater for astonishingly long periods. Some species, especially brown dog ticks and deer ticks, can stay alive for up to 72 hours underwater by holding their breath and slowing down their metabolism. Yes, you heard that right. 3 days underwater and still alive. So if you've ever thought swimming in the pool, lake, or ocean would drown these parasites, think again. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Does chlorine kill fleas and ticks? If your dog swims in a chlorinated pool, that might seem like a perfect chemical solution, right? Unfortunately, not really. Pool chlorine is too diluted to kill fleas or ticks effectively. It may irritate their bodies, but it won't destroy them. You'd need a chlorine concentration hundreds of times stronger than what's safe for dogs, which would seriously harm your pet's skin, eyes, and coat. So chlorine might make them uncomfortable, but it won't kill them. And what about salt water? You might assume that ocean water, with all that salt, could dry out fleas and ticks. But once again, these parasites are incredibly adaptive. While extended exposure to salt water may weaken fleas slightly, a short dip in the ocean does almost nothing. Fleas can survive salt concentrations easily for several hours. And ticks? They don't even care. They simply hold their breath, stay attached, and wait for the swim to end. So does that mean swimming is useless against fleas and ticks? Not exactly. Swimming can help in one important way. It can temporarily reduce the number of surface fleas. Some adult fleas that aren't deeply attached might fall off during a long swim or bath, especially if you follow it with combing end. That's why many vets recommend a good bath and brushing after your dog swims, because it gives you a chance to manually remove the weakened or floating fleas and check for ticks before they reattach. But to truly get rid of these parasites, you need more than just water. You need a proper flea and tick prevention routine, which includes regular grooming and brushing, vet-approved flea and tick shampoos or sprays, monthly preventives like topical treatments or chewable tablets, and don't forget your dog's environment. Wash their bedding, clean the carpets, and vacuum your home frequently. Because for every flea you see on your dog, there could be hundreds of eggs and larvae hiding around your home, waiting to hatch. Now, let's bust one last myth. Some people think if their dog swims in a lake full of fish or frogs, nature itself will clean them. But that's another myth. In fact, lakes, ponds, and muddy areas can expose your dog to even more parasites, like leeches, bacteria, and mosquitoes carrying diseases. So while swimming is great exercise and a fun way to cool off, it's not a treatment for fleas and ticks. Think of it this way. Water washes away the dirt, but not the danger. So what should you do after your dog swims? Here's a quick post-swim checklist. Towel dry your dog completely. Moisture can attract more parasites. Comb their fur with a fine-tooth flea comb. Inspect their skin, especially around ears, neck, paws, and tail for any ticks. Apply preventive treatment if it's due. And of course, reward your dog with a treat for being such a good swimmer. In the end, swimming might make your dog happy and healthy, but it's not a magic parasite killer. So the next time someone says, "Don't worry, my dog swims a lot, he can't have fleas or ticks," you'll know the truth. These tiny creatures can hold their breath longer than you can imagine. Protect your dog the smart way, not the splashy way. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with every dog parent you know. Because when it comes to protecting our furry friends, knowledge is the best defense.